It'd be really easy for you guys to dwell on what happened at Vegas, how Talladega played out for you guys. How are you guys able to just block that up between you, the team, and William, just to focus on the task at hand and perform?
Yeah, I mean, at this time of year, it's easier because there's not many weeks left, and all you have to do is win to have a chance to go to Phoenix. So you have to refocus. If you sit there and worry about other things that have already happened, then nothing good's going to happen. So it was pretty easy to Monday afternoon to put Vegas to bed and move on and recognize it was a mistake, and we're not going to get them back, and then put ourselves in position to win Talladega, and then stuff happens and you move on. And so Martinsville's a great opportunity for us, and we proved we could do it today.
Jeff, your short track program has come a long way, it feels like. Going into the playoffs, it was like, man, how are these guys going to beat the Penske cars? And even JGR seemed to have a leg up. But when you got through, you look at Gateway, you look at Loudon, there was like steady gains. And then this weekend was really a resounding Hendrick. Showed a lot of speed. How did that happen for you guys? And where do you see things turning around that you were able to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just got to prioritize, right? And maybe we gave up a little bit on our mile-and-a-half stuff, not purposefully, but it's just you only have so much time in a day. And so when you start looking at prioritizing what it takes to win a championship, it's probably, if you're in this round, going to come down to what you do at Martinsville. And if you get through Martinsville, then it's going to come down to what you do at Phoenix. And so I think it's been a top priority for us. And really, you got to look at what Penske has done. They had raised the bar in such a big way of the way they've performed here and the way they have gone and won the championship in Phoenix, when you really all year long didn't necessarily think that they had what it took, but they had what it took at the right time, the right places. And so you have to adjust, with this format and with certain tracks that become that important.
Can you just share with us what it was like from your vantage point on those final laps, especially with that final caution coming out and then essentially the shootout at the end?
Yeah, it's probably the first time I've really thought about it too much, but it just, you're thinking about it's going to be a long run to the end, right? So you're just trying to manage your stuff, and when I got the lead, it's just, okay, how do I manage my tires and manage my stuff to get through the next lappers that I got to get through? And honestly, you're just kind of counting the laps. You're just trying to match that with what your effort level inside the car is. And then when the caution came out, it's like, okay, like I told myself before the day started, I'm like, I'm not going to get anxious about pit calls or cautions or whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever it is that needs, that's I'm told to do. And so I was thinking about the possibilities of other guys, taking two tires or whatever it is. So I think that's in the back of your mind, just trying to execute pit road, not speed, have a good rolling time, all those things, get in the box on the marks, all those things. So our guys had a great pit stop. I felt like pit road in general went really smooth that last time around, and then it kind of shifted to, okay, how do I get through this restart? How do I get a good launch? And then what is my balance going to be once I do get out, get clear? So all those things. So yeah, it just kind of tested everything in those last 40 laps, just all the different scenarios. That's what, you guys want to see, right? We're going for it. And I feel like in that situation, I never wanted to make contact because I felt like I had a good position, like I was inside of them. But we also had the lap car, and I didn't really. I can't see where the lap car is in that instance, and so I just knew I wanted to commit to the corner and have position. And I hate that we made contact, but I think he was probably leaving just enough space as well, and I was going into the corner committed. So that's just kind of fighting for space, but it's hard racing. We both want to make the championship four, and it's a race win. So it's no not no ill will, but it's just it's hard racing, and you racing for the win.
How does it feel to personally come up this big at such a clutch moment, right, and be big enough for the biggest moment?
It's awesome. I mean, it You know, I had a friend of mine that told me that this week. He said, like, no moment's ever been too big for you. And I didn't, you know, as a competitor, you don't really realize that. Like, you only view it in your eyes as every opportunity, and you only kind of look at it as missed opportunities or things you could get better at. But, yeah, just kind of, I feel like this week and this weekend, it's just trying to maximize the chance you have in front of you, because you never know when the next one's going to come. Even though you think you're going to be there all these times, you never know. So you just want to give everything you can to it. I felt good coming in here that I had given everything, and then, you know, once you get in between the lines, in between the walls, it's you're going to give everything. So you just got to go out there and do your thing.
In terms of looking ahead to next week, a big talking point for a lot of people here and also in the garage in general was Penske and the fact that they're not going to be eligible to win a championship next week. I know that you're probably going through a lot of emotions and thoughts in your head right now. You haven't processed everything, but the fact that you're not going to have to go up against a Penske car when they've been so good and so dominant in that race, how does that sit with you now?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's really good in this series, but I think you saw an awesome battle between us and the 12. And I told Jeff earlier in the weekend, I said that, you know, if you don't win here, it doesn't matter for next week, right? So I feel like the challenge was tonight for us, and there will be another big challenge next week. So it's not like we're thinking, oh, you know, we got off easy because they're not in it. It's nothing like that. I mean, Denny, Chase, and Kyle are amazing competitors, and we're going to have to do everything we can do next week to win that one too.